Welcome to another day of It's Vlogmas. And I don't know what to talk about. I'm gonna make dinner, so you guys are gonna hang out with me while I make dinner and we could chit chat about, I would say whatever you want, but you can't tell me what you would want to chit chat about. It snowed, kind of, finally this morning, and it's already like pretty much gone. I'm pretty sure by the time I go to work tomorrow, everything is just gonna be like ice and I'm not gonna be happy about it. If you're wondering where you're hanging out right now, it's in the cabinet above my counter. This is what I live with. And I wouldn't have it any other way. What day is it today? Alexa, what day is it?
Today is Thursday, December 15th.
There it is. It's day 15 of Vlogmas. Christmas is 10 freaking days away. Isn't that crazy? I know you're probably watching this and be like, Pyle, this is a hot mess express. You know what? It is, and that's fine. What do I need to do next? Why don't we talk about the newest mandala effect that has come into my life today? If you're not familiar with mandala effects, let me educate you before I go into it. I should not touch my face, I just got peppers. That was a no-no. Don't do that, boys and girls. Mandala effects are pretty much when we all think we remember something one way, but it turns out to be another way. And there's some like crazy ones out there. Ones that honestly like make me think a little bit too hard about them. So for an example, say that you grew up with that brand Fruit of the Loom. I think we all know that Fruit of the Loom has a really iconic logo. It was, you know, all the fruit and that cornucopia behind it. Well, there's no cornucopia. And I do realize that by me telling you that and then also telling you that there isn't one, you know, some of you might be like, there was a cornucopia. No, there wasn't. Like, some people remember it differently. Some people remember it with the cornucopia. Some people remember it without it. I am telling you there was a cornucopia. But if you look it up right now, there's no cornucopia. Another example is Pikachu had a black stripe on Pikachu's tail. No, there's no black stripe. Another one that really blows my mind is, okay, there's this children's book with a family of bears, and there's like Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Brother Bear, and Sister Bear, and it's a very specific book series, and I'm gonna give you a second to think about the name. It's the Berenstain Bears, right? Wrong, it's the Berenstain Bears. I grew up with it being Berenstain Bears, but the internet is telling me that it's the Berenstain Bears, and I don't remember that. The Berenstain Bears? No, Berenstain Bears. Another one is about Nelson Mandela, and we all, for some reason, remember him dying in a prison, right? No. Apparently he died at the age of, I think it was like 95 in South Africa, not in a prison, and I don't know about this. Something seems sketchy. So continuing on this trend of the Mandela effect, not to be confused with Nelson Mandela. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, but my generation, like hardcore, grew up with SpongeBob. Like, we freaking love SpongeBob. I mean, I think there's about 1,000 different SpongeBob quotes that we still quote to this day. Okay, so the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, like the original SpongeBob SquarePants movie, it came out when I was in elementary school, and my dad took me and my sister to go watch it at my elementary school. I have a younger sister, and it was kind of cool because it was like beach themed, and you were able to bring like a picnic blanket and basically pretend that you were at the beach, but obviously we were watching the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, which was really freaking cool because I don't know how my school got that, but it was really cool. And if you haven't watched the movie, I mean, watch it. Skip ahead if you don't want me to ruin anything. But essentially the premise of the movie is that King Neptune's crown got stolen, and King Neptune is bald, and he is like really ashamed of his baldness. So this is all obviously like a plot by Plankton, and he is trying to get Eugene Krabs like unalived because he wants to steal the Krabby Patty formula. So SpongeBob and Patrick are basically sent on a mission to go across the sea to go to Shell City to find King Neptune's crown. And they get the crown, they come back, and at this point, in order to kind of like speed things up for Plankton, he's decided to hand out chum bucket hats that are basically mind control devices, and the whole town at this point is under the spell of these mind control devices. And SpongeBob, in order to break the spell, like summons his inner goofy gooberness, and if you've watched the movie you know what I'm talking about, and he's like raised into the air, and then all of a sudden he like busts out into that song, I'm a goofy goober, rah! And like he has this guitar appear in his hands, and this guitar I distinctly remember as being like a white kind of like star-shaped guitar, not like star-shaped, but it had like pointy ends, like a V on the end, and he used it to like blast off in the helmets and, you know, save everybody from Plankton. Ask me why I'm on TikTok today and I see them say that that's not the case. face. They're saying that it's a peanut-shaped guitar. When was it a peanut-shaped guitar? And then I saw people being like, no, you guys are just confusing Bubble Bowl when they play like, you know, the Bubble Bowl, like the Super Bowl. No, because he sang the whole thing. I don't think he played a guitar. And if he did, it was not that guitar. But everybody is so confused, and it's a peanut-shaped guitar supposedly in the movie. And when you Google it, all you're gonna find is SpongeBob jamming out on this peanut guitar, which is so confusing to me because that is like just not, no. The one thing to note with mandela effects is that people can remember it both ways. So you'll have people who, for example, Fruit of the Loom, will distinctly remember it with the cornucopia and without the cornucopia. But I don't know, this has been bothering me all day because I feel like, no, SpongeBob had like a white guitar with the like V on, like a V end on it, and was like blasting away those helmets. It was not a peanut. I don't believe that. And here's the thing. If there's somebody out there who's like, no, Pyle, you're just really dumb and it was a freaking peanut, well, you know what? I'm just gonna live in denial because it was not a peanut. I feel like that's enough ranting to you about existential crises that I've had today. We're just gonna kind of end it here and I'm just gonna finish making dinner. But I hope that you had a wonderful Thursday. I hope that if it was cold in your area, you were nice and warm and snug. Also, if you're new here, hi, my name is Pyle. It's so nice to meet you. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you. If you liked what you saw today, even though it was a bunch of chaos and rambling on my end, and you watched the whole way through, which I appreciated if you did, please, if you want to, subscribe to my channel and hit that little alert bell so that way you can always be notified of every time that I post a video. You don't have to, but if you want to, it would really, really help me out. Also, if you want to, comment below on those mandala effects that I talked to you about. How do you remember things? What's your opinion on them? I know people who feel very strongly about the things that I've talked about. I'm gonna go finish making dinner and I will talk to you soon. Bye.